Hi, so this is Charlie. In order to save some time, what I'm going to do is to start describing the problems you have in your program and then give you a diff file to spell out the specifics and where in your code needs to change. That way I can just say what needs to be changed and then show you with the diff file. So you'll get a file that looks like this. You can see here that there's a file in here called Buildings.diff. And if you count it out, it's here, and it's got little pluses where inserts were made and minuses where deletions were made. But it's a little hard to read. So one of the nice things is that Genie will syntax highlight these files for you. And I think, in case you think I'm off in a strange world here, which I no doubt am, the fact that Genie has syntax highlighted diff files shows their importance. They're really an important part of programming and something you need to understand. And you can see here that in this file, an old copy of Buildings.js was removed and a new one was inserted. In particular, starting on line 6, a change was made. 6, 7, 8, 9. On line 9, you can see the little plus here saying that something was inserted. So if we come over here and look at the code, we can see 6, 7, 8, 9 is where that line would be inserted. And then you press carriage return line feed to insert a new one. Then down a little further, starting on line 20 in the existing file, or 21 in the modified file, there's a change here. So 20, 21, 22, 23, on line 23, we enter this little chunk of code. So down here on line 23, so 20, 21, 22, 23, you press carriage return line feed, make a space, and insert the new code. And there's enough of it around here. See, the stuff that has pluses is inserted. The stuff that has minuses, it's been deleted. And otherwise, it just is trying to give you some context as to where the change was. The next change begins on line 34 in the existing file, 36 in the modified file. And it's an insertion of an entire new method. So an old method was deleted and a new one inserted. And it's going to go 34, 35, 36, 37. So on line 37 is where the new code would be inserted. Now, I strongly recommend you make the changes that way. You just go through and cut out the old code and insert the new one based on what's on the diff file. But if you're feeling lazy that day, or you can't seem to get it right, then what you can do is do git apply and then buildings.diff, okay? And you just run that. They say to run it from the root of a repository, but I'm not sure that's really true. At any rate, you run the file, and then you come over here and you can see the changes were inserted automatically. So on line 9, grid maze was inserted. Line 9, grid maze. Then the next one's going to be here, the grid maze equals JSON line, which we can see beginning on line 21, 22, 23, 24. So if we come over here to line 24, we can see there's where the insertion was. And then down here, there's this new stuff added here. So beginning on 36, 37, 38, 39, we can come over to here, 39, and here's the inserted new method with some code commented out and new variables included and new stuff put in here. One last thing, when this one was run, you can see that there's a warning. One line adds white space errors. And maybe if I came over here to Window Preferences, Editors, Text Editors, Show White Space, and then clicked OK, you can see that here we've got a mixed ... and a tab right here. I believe that's the line it's concerned about. At any rate, it's saying it introduced an error there, but there's no big deal about it. Okay, so the goal here in the future, we're going to try this, see if it works. I just give you the diff file, you can apply the changes, and then I can just describe in the comments what's in the diff so that you'll understand what they are. Okay, thanks. Bye now.